How can sizzling summer fun help on average about 300 families at Christmas time? Hi, this is David Engelmeyer with Ribstock. Today I'm going to be joined by Marian Fey from Millard Public Schools, Justin Lorimer from Remax Real Estate, and Kenny Engelmeyer of Primerica. We're going to talk about the relationship between Ribstock and Project We Care. Please join us today for this episode of the Saucy Details. About Project We Care and the relationship we have between Project We Care and Ribstock.
Yeah, so Project We Care is a program that is put together by the Millard Business Community Foundation, which is actually the nonprofit arm of the Millard Business Association, as you know. And each year around the holidays, we are able to partner with Millard Public Schools to find out any students or families in our community that would be in need. And then we partner with businesses and the schools themselves and other philanthropic organizations to raise funds to support those families over the holidays.
Now, when you talk about the support, it really kind of comes in four ways. There's four different things that you guys really provide at that, what we call distribution day.
Yep.
Can you explain what those four things are?
Yep. So each family is provided 2 weeks worth of food, and that comes to us through food drives and donations from our community. Then we also find sponsors that are willing to go out and go shopping for these kids and get them everything that they need. We're talking like socks and underwear and hats and gloves and coats and boots and stuff like that. And then also on distribution day, we have the ability for the kids to pick out a gift for their parents if they'd like to do that. And then we also fulfill toiletry needs. Around the holidays when we're putting this all together, there are volunteer opportunities that can be signed up through the website. And then there's also areas, if financial support is how you're feeling led to do that, you can donate through the website as well.
Last week we talked with the food bank, talking about the backpack program, which helps these same students on the weekends, but when they're out of school for 2 to 3 weeks, there's a big need there. Can you tell us a little bit more about Project We Care and what it means to the Millard Public School system?
Well, the Millard Business Association and the program of Project We Care are a really important part of the Millard educational community, which is how we refer to all of our partners and friends out in the district who support the students and families of the Millard Public Schools. And we're so grateful to have that support as the needs in our district grow and become greater every year.
One of the things you talked about, those needs, and there's always the question of how can somebody get involved, and not from a volunteering perspective, but if I'm somebody that's struggling, how am I going to get noticed to become a part of Project We Care?
Families don't apply to Project We Care, but they're referred by our school social workers and counselors. And they're the ones who really are best acquainted with the families and what their individual needs are. They make that referral to the Project We Care volunteers, and then I believe that they can participate in the program for 2 years. Thank you so much to the Millard Business Association for all the support you provide for Millard students and families. We're very grateful.
I think one of the neat things about Project We Care are some of the stories. Yeah. It's not just the numbers, it's not just getting together on a cold day in November to hand out stuff. There's a story behind it.
About 6 or 8 years ago, one of the events was on a day that was just miserable. It was probably zero, snow was blowing. We take these boxes down to a van. It was so icy and slick and blowing, it almost slid all the way down there. Put it in, everybody's in a hurry to get back inside so they could get warmed up. And the lady that was driving the van grabbed my arm. She says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." I says, "Well, this is what we do. This is part of Project We Care. We help families in the community. We know that you're struggling for some reason." She says, "You really don't understand." She says, "Me and my kids have not ate for 4 days." I says, "What do you mean you haven't ate for 4 days?" She says, "Well, my husband's sick. I stayed home to help him and they laid me off, so we've had no income. We had to decide if we want to keep the heat or buy food. We decided it was more important to keep the heat on." I says, "Ma'am, we will help you more." So what I did is I took the number, everybody's numbered. We're able to help get them their electricity, their rent, more food to help this family.
A special thank you to Marian Fey, Justin Lorimer, and Kenny Engelmeyer for taking an opportunity to talk with us today about Project We Care and the relationship with Ribstock. Project We Care has been with us from the day one of Ribstock and is near and dear to our heart. Look forward to seeing you next week when we talk with Jeff Gearing of Mercury Builders and Jennifer Toft of Lamar Advertising as they talk about the value of being a sponsor and the different levels of sponsorship that you can do. Look forward to see you on next week's episode of the Saucy Details. Be sure to like us on Facebook and share our videos with your friends.